You have to understand YouTube is, it's all about transitioning and doing different things, okay? I can't stay stuck, I can't stay stiff, and I can't stay boring. That's why you have. Cause the way you're looking at me keeps driving me mad. I don't understand how you do it to me. I wanna go back, but I can't even sleep when you're next to me. Oh, I don't know how you do it. If I go too crazy, would you come and save me? I don't know how long I can go, taking it, taking it, taking it slow. If I go too crazy, would you come and save me? Hello, HerSheMe, it's me. HerSheMe, it's you. I say HerSheMe, it's me is because some of my topics is not only dealing or talking about other people, some things is just relating to myself and also relating to others. Okay, so that's why I say it's me, it's you, just in case. HerSheMe, her, who I once was, she, who I know I can be, me, who I know I am. I think growing through life, growing as from being a child on up, okay, growing into your adulthood. Those are some things that you go through, and sometimes as being adult, we use those HerSheMe, okay. So that's what I use. HerSheMe is those things because sometimes we have it all figured out. We have it all planned out of how we want things to work, how we want life, and it don't fall that way. Sometimes we get stuck, sometimes we go backwards, sometimes we just can't get it right. Sometimes we feel like we are less than, sometimes we feel like we didn't do enough, okay? And so that's my thing is don't beat yourself up. It's never too late to do anything, okay? Not at all. And don't feel like you have to walk through life holding on to your past, okay? That's the thing too. I feel like I want people to be able to address their past. Address your past, address it and let it go and let's start moving forward, you know? Um so today's on HerSheMe, it's me and you. Affirmation would be I may be broken, but I am fixable. How many of y'all are broken? And some of y'all feel like y'all not fixable. Well, that's the affirmation that I feel like you should say to yourself every day. No, I may be broken, but I am fixable. Okay? I am fixable. I am able to be put back together. I am able to be how I once was. Okay? Now, would it be perfect? Hell no, because nothing in life is perfect, right? But I can be put back together. I am fixable. Okay? I think something that's broken and you really admire and you want it, you will fix it, okay? And I say that for us when you want to be healed, you want to be a better you want better in your life, your situation, whatever you're going through, you want to be better from who you once was, you just want to be better, you're fixable. But that same time that you put into whatever you got that you have broken, okay, to sit there and put piece by piece by piece, gluing it however back together to make it a whole, you have to put that same energy and time into yourself, you know? I think with a lot of people, they feel like it's impossible. It's impossible to get me back. It's impossible to find myself. It's impossible to find my healing. It's impossible to find my peace. You don't understand. And then when you see it through someone else, you say, I'm trying to get there, but how do I? it takes time and it takes work, you know, to to make that whole of being broken. Um, and I would say that I always say with that, y'all know my words. I always say recognize, acknowledge it, okay? Accept it, address it, okay? Because with that, I'm seeing that there is something going on. I'm seeing that there is something wrong. I can't overlook it. At some point, at some time, I'm going to have to accept it enough to address it, okay? Speak to it, mirror it, something, right? Instead of pushing it away and act like it will go away by itself and you have to put no work or time into it. I think, and this is just me, I think we put a lot of our time and energy sometimes in the wrong things, okay? And the wrong things into where we forget about ourselves. We forget about ourselves. And that's where self love takes place. Self love has to come in. You have to have that. You have to have that. Okay. Um, do whatever you can to change the broken within, whatever it is. I always say you can speak to it out loud. That's another way of addressing it. You can get that mirror. Okay, place that mirror in front of you and say, I'm talking to you today. And it may seem crazy, but it's not. You are talking to yourself deep within, whatever you are dealing with. I just look at HerSheMe as something great, y'all. And as y'all can see, it's nothing like where I was with my other channel. I think the problem with a lot of people is we walk around in silence. We walk around in silence, but we're holding everything in, okay? We're holding everything in. And to make everything seem fine and seem great, I'm going to put on a smile on my face. I'm going to act like I'm happy. But I'm going to tell you, sometimes you don't know what you're giving on the outside, but within, you know what you are feeling. But what other people are seeing on the outside is something totally different than what you feel like. What you feel like or you think that you are really giving, okay? Some can see to say, hey, she nice, she cool. You know, she seemed happy, she enjoyed, but she seems so broken. I'm just telling you, you know? Um I say for me, when I get on here and talk, I like I said, I will open. I'm going to be open about a lot of things. Where my her come in at, as some of y'all probably heard me talking yesterday. You know, growing up, okay, being around where my brother acting up with my mama and just situations of them acting. I think a lot of that it plays on your emotions as a kid, okay? Also father wise, okay? Just not putting in the effort, not putting in the time, but then turn around and try to put in the effort and the time, and then you take it away. You take it away and then you push me to the side, okay? And I would not only say me, but I can only speak for myself. But he had other girls, but he would push us to the side to just focus and be around his boys. And I think at the end of the day, that's not cool, because it also kind of made me kind of think of maybe that's how it's supposed to be, that if you have a girl, the father is not really supposed to, it's really the mom, so I think a lot of that there, and also just being a kid and seeing things for as like my mother, I see where she could have, the LOVE word, love, okay, could have maybe said it more to where it feels so normal. For me, sometimes it don't feel normal. It still feel weird of accepting that word, because you don't hear it a lot, okay? And I think you should really hear it more, not just when a person is sick or you know what I'm saying? I think you should really throw that word out every day, okay? Especially like to your kids, instill that in them. Um Also, with just what I want to say, sometimes as growing up, we pick up patterns from our parents, okay? And I know sometimes picking up patterns from your parents, you will say to yourself, oh, when I have kids, I don't want to be like that. Or when I have kids, I'll do mine totally different. Da da da, wooty woo. You understand? I said da da da, wooty woo. Oh my God. Uh, you would do totally different. Because that's if I can acknowledge that, or acknowledge where I feel like they could have gave more of this, or they could have gave more of that. But then you have some that does not recognize absolutely nothing. And then without recognizing nothing, they turn around and they repeat that same person, that same pattern, that same thing that I feel like their parent gave, okay? And for some of y'all, to the parents were just not what they were supposed to be. My thing to y'all is, if you have kids now, you have to set yourself free of that, because I'm trying to be the best mother that I can be. And I cannot continue to hold on to what my parents did to me or how they treated me. The question will be is, when will you start working on trying to let that go, heal yourself from that, forgive them for that, and try to be a better you, so I can be a better parent. You understand? Um, I think sometimes that's where we all of us kind of go wrong. You know, it's walking in silence instead of addressing and facing some things. We try to bury it. We bury it without facing it. You have to. Okay, I think as being an adult, if you had where whatever the relationship was with your parent, it's okay to say, okay, in order for me to fix where I'm broken, put that first piece together, let me sit down with my parent, okay? With mother, father, whoever. Let me sit down with them, if you're able to do that, and say, look, and just let it flow. Let it go. And sometimes in those situations, you tend not to speak or just keep quiet. But it doesn't do good for you by keeping quiet. Because then I would say to you, how would you want it to be if it was you and your kid, your child? You understand? How would you want to fix that? Would you want them to talk, and you able to address them, or for them to be able to address you? You understand? Because this is what I'm saying. What I'm really trying to say is, the same things that you want from your kids to have with you open. Okay, you can talk to me about whatever. This is what we say. You can talk to me about whatever. I never want them to feel any type of way, this or that. Sometimes you have to take that and use that and apply it to yourself. The same that you give your kids in order for your kids to be strong and make it out here in this world and just be all that they can be, okay? You have to take that same energy that you instill in them and have to use it to yourself. We're grown, but sometimes we're still that child at heart. Child at heart, because we're holding on to our past, so what we went through, or that her, okay, or that she. Even though I'm still walking in my me, I'm still holding on to it. And that's why I say, you may be broken, but you are fixable. But then the question goes back to you to say, how much time are you willing to put in to fix it? You understand? You could say, I don't have time for that today. I ain't got time. I ain't finna do that. I ain't worried about that. It is what it is. That's a blow off. That's a cover up. That's a push away. That's a sweep under the rug. That's another way, because guess what? I don't want to face it. I acknowledge it. I recognize it, but I don't want to address it. Okay? I don't want to address it. I don't want to accept it. Well, Where does the fixing come in at, if that's what you're doing, you know? Um I believe we can't walk around in silence. We have to start to speak. We have to start sitting down and just expressing, letting it out. Because I feel like this. I feel like there is nothing that you should have to continue to take on with you every year of life. It shouldn't. And I know that it's dealing with trauma and different certain things. But if you are in your older age, this is where you should be enjoying life to the fullest. Not trying to enjoy life, but if I snap out of enjoying life, then I fall back, okay? And I would say it this way. I can be in the moment of enjoying life and enjoying my kids, okay? But at some moment when I just blink my eyes or close my eyes, I can fall back into the past, fall back into that little girl who I once was. And that little girl who I once was, guess what? It's never gone because you still trying to carry her around. You still, instead of saying, I'm so broken, I'm so hurt, I'm so broken, but I know I am fixable. I know I am fixable. And I think for me, not just not having my father and just certain things with, being a kid and seeing and being around, I think a lot of me seeing my mom and my brother act up and calling the police, it almost made me a nervous wreck, y'all. And you just imagine just being a kid. Things not going right to where we all had to go to therapy. You understand? And I think sometimes that still affects you in your old age if you don't recognize and address it. And I think for a long time, my father, that bothered me, okay? And I was the same way of I don't care. F him. I don't gotta see. I don't. But that's just blowing it off. Okay. And so I really came to realize what it was, accepting and addressing. And now I'm saying, okay, I know what my problem was. Move along. Okay. I'm good now. And now what I have to do as being good is to instill what worked for me. Now I got to steal into my kids because they don't have their father. And even though my daughter's saying she don't care right now, uh, you gonna care later. You understand? Kids and parents not doing their job fully, or parents leaving you behind, or letting you get mistreated or abused, or however the case may be. You probably don't feel it then, but later as growing older in age, you will recognize, you will feel it, okay? Because you continue to take that along with you, and you don't even know that you are taking it along with you, you know? And I think a lot of us nowadays, we let our pride get in the way. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to go talk to my mama. I'm going to go talk to my daddy. They may hurt me or put me in a situation, but if I'm able and they're still here, I'm going to go talk to them and say, hey, when I was a kid, such and such, I felt this way. That's the first step of fixing. I think that's the biggest piece that need to be glued. Is talking about it because everybody know what it is. You understand? Um, so the affirmation for today, y'all, again is I may be broken, but I am fixable. Every situation. And I'm using it now as if we are parents and we are broken, not trying to fix it, thinking that we are not fixable, what are we doing for our kids? Okay? How can we strengthen our kids where they are weak if we can't strengthen ourselves where we are weak? Okay? We can't work on fixing ourselves. How can you tell your kid how they can fix themselves as me being an adult and I'm not even trying? Or better yet, I just wanted to go away and don't want to do it. We are the head for a reason. And what we give, we can instill and move down into our kids. And we can also see things very clear and very different and view things very different. And also it's cleansing. Cleanse yourself. Cleanse your mind. Cleanse your soul. Cleanse your spirit. You are able to fix yourself. You are fixable. But remember, acknowledge, recognize, addressing, healing, accepting. Do whatever you can do to change the broken that's within you. You understand? And you can also start by listening to positive messages every day. It will guide you and lead you into the right way of how to make it fall in place of, okay, today is the day where we're going to have to sit down and talk. Today is the day where I haven't had it in me, but I have it in me today. I want to express myself. Today is the day where I want to acknowledge this. I want to speak to it, okay? I want to pull this shit out of me. Yes, just like that. It's garbage. Let it go, okay? We want to live life to the fullest. And living life to the fullest, we want to be happy. And we want to be at peace and feel peace. You understand? We don't want to have blurred vision and think we're seeing clear and we're not. Because we're walking around broken, thinking that you're not fixable, and you are. It's all about putting that time into it, putting that work into it. Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. HerSheMe, it's me. HerSheMe, it's you. If y'all like this video, let's throw those thumbs up. Share this video. Put y'all comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe. I don't know how you do it.